without any hesitation, of course, the architect is more important. I mean, there's nothing for me to shoot without an architect, and the building definitely exists without me being there. But it is a kind of, it's slightly, it's an odd relationship between photography and architecture for that very reason, especially with residential work, because an art gallery can be seen by lots of people. A residence, maybe there'll be one photo shoot of that residence, and that's it. I often wonder whether that's a good or a bad thing for architecture. I feel like it's a complex thing, because it's definitely the case. I think it's a bit like people, that projects can be photogenic or not. And it's not necessarily a reflection of their beauty, just the same it is with people. Or the experience of the project can lend itself to some great photos, but actually inhabiting it and being there, maybe there's a mismatch there. There often is, I think. I've had some projects which are a real struggle to photograph, but are just wonderful projects. And other projects which just create easy, wonderful, iconic shots. Not iconic, but, classic, Instagrammable shots. But I wouldn't necessarily say that reflects, I mean, they're great work, but it's not necessarily creating a level playing field in that regard. And I wonder how that's affected, how architects operate, because they're obviously being influenced by what they see. But again, what they see is 80% through photographs. Sometimes when I have friends, I have often people who are not in our field will say to me, "Oh, you can be an architectural photographer? Like, people pay you to do that?" It's very confusing to the man on the street. People, "Oh, you're a photographer? Oh, what do you shoot?" "I shoot architecture and buildings." And they're like, "Oh," there's this pause.
Who pays you to do that?
Poor guy. Well, okay, like real estate. So if I,
drone shots. That's what you do, drone shots.
It's like, oh, I guess you weren't very good at it then. But then, if I do enter into a conversation, I'll say, name your top 10 buildings in the world. And I'll say, okay, and how many of those have you visited? Maybe 2 out of the 10. Well, then your experience is entirely dependent on photography. That's it.